Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakha Kodesh. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And as you can see here, a tampon shortage is the latest nightmare for women. We first had the baby formula shortage, and now you have this year, which is a tampon shortage. Okay, that a lot of women use for their to deal with their menstrual cycles. Some prefer to use pads. Um, but anyway, as you can see, I'm gonna read a bit of it. This is from CNN.com, and this is only one of many other necessities that are gonna be running out of stock soon. All right, leading into the times that we are approaching. All right, the time of Jacob's trouble, where you won't get access to these things. You won't get access to just basic necessities that allow you to be comfortable enough to go another day. Makeup, water, soap, toothpaste, toothbrush. All right. All these things, lotion, oil, toilet paper. These are all things that eventually are going to be stripped. It's going to become scarce. And you're going to start seeing that there's a lot of things that you don't think twice about. You just use and you just do. And it's normal. You go into your room, the lights are off, you flick the light switch, it comes on. You go to the bathroom, you turn the tap, handle, the water comes out. You flush the toilet, it goes down. It just happens like clockwork. And you do it so much that you forget that there's a whole process that's keeping that going. Okay? You go to the store, you go to the section, the women's section, whatnot, you buy what you need, your supplies, you go. But now, what are you going to do? Because as we're going to read, it's going to tell you that, your menstrual cycle, that's going to keep on coming. So what are you going to do? It says supply chain problems and inflation have hit virtually all consumer goods, but women who menstruate are now facing an added strain as a shortage of period products hit the United States. Top retailers and manufacturers acknowledged the shortages this week, confirming complaints that have been circulating on social media for months. The issue generated national attention this week after an article in Time called "The Dearth of Tampons and Pads: The Shortage No One is Talking About." I haven't seen any products in stores for months, one user posted on Reddit. I've been ordering my tampons on Amazon and have been getting price gouged. Uh, Tampon prices are up significantly, nearly 10% from a year ago, according to Bloomberg, but an Amazon spokesperson denied rumors of price gouging, saying its policies help ensure sellers are pricing their products competitively, and that the company actively monitors pricing and removes offers that violate its fair pricing policy. So what you gonna do? Now, there's still some in stock now, but they're just saying that the shortage is meaning that it's getting harder and harder to find them, which means that the prices of it when you get access to it is going to be going higher and higher. Now, the the what makes it even worse when you deal with these kinds of issues is that this is another problem you now need to add to your list of problems that you're already dealing with. And when you look at your list, you have, of course, inflation is like a giant umbrella, but you have um, um, housing, prices going up. Okay, the price you pay for rent and utilities. Okay, then the price you pay your electricity, your energy bill, gas, food, and now you adding on. Okay, now I gotta pay more if I can find these tampons and these pads, which I'm gonna need. You know, and now it just adding on. So each other thing that starts to have a shortage or starts to see a rapid increase in price, and pricing for it, just adds on to the stress, that people are already dealing with, because it's likely that your job is not, not all jobs, are just saying, okay, we see inflation, so we're going to increase we're going to raise the the payroll. Okay. So it says here the shortages appear to stem from supply constraints around key material like cotton, Egyptian cotton, cotton and plastic. Now, see, there are people that don't see like, oh, there's a constraint and shortages on cotton and plastic, and they'll say, okay, oh, that's I mean that's that, that's that and that's over there, because they don't realize that a lot of the things they use today depend on cotton and plastic. You need those raw materials or those key materials in order to make the things that you use today. So you got people that'll see us and say, "Oh, well, I mean, so long as I still have this here and I still have this here, I don't really care about the rest." But whatever you have, whether it's clothes or food or electronics, it doesn't just come out the earth as an iPhone. A T-shirt doesn't pop out the ground. It goes through a process. So it starts off as just raw materials, and then it gets combined with other raw materials and put under certain conditions, in a certain procedure, and then you eventually get what it is you have. It says, which are also used in personal protective equipment and have been in high demand from the start of the pandemic. Um, the war in Ukraine has further crippled or crimped supply because Russia and Ukraine are both major exporters of fertilizer, which is used to grow cotton. A drought in Texas hasn't helped either. So you can see how them targeting that region and utilizing Ukraine to, and Russia to create this whole situation, it was really sort of like a bullseye hit for them, because they can say, oh, well, over there is where the largest amount of this is exported, and this and this and this. So any problems that we face in the world that we are orchestrating, we can blame on that situation, Russia and Ukraine. The Russia and Ukraine, how many times have you seen a problem, inflation, whatever it is, and then afterwards you see, oh, Russia and Ukraine. Or this guy, Biden comes out and he's telling you this, that, and this is happening, and this is happening, and this is happening, and it's Putin's fault, and it's Putin's gas hike, and it's Putin's, people are getting tired of hearing that. They want solutions. So approaching this midterm election, November, all right, things are going to be looking interesting leading up until that point. There's speculation that, they know that majority of people are going to be not, trying to have them in there, right, trying to get those Democrats out of power over there. So, there's likely that they might, set up some events to either prohibit, the election altogether, or alter it in a way, whatever the case is. But it's looking like they might try to, set up a few events prior to that, so that, that can, it can cause a stir up, or chaos or whatever the case is. But definitely looks like there's something in the works for the next few weeks and months ahead. Okay, so it says here, shortages of raw materials and supply chain bottlenecks aren't unique to period products, but much like the U.S. infant formula shortage, there's an unrelenting and urgent biological demand for them that can't be easily substituted. Yeah, people who menstruate can't simply wait for the shelves to be restocked. Yeah, your cycle's not gonna wait. Knock knock. I'm scheduled to come through today, but a couple more days. Okay, I got you. I'll be right here. That's not how it works. So it says here, getting raw and packed materials to the places we need to get them to continues to be costly and highly volatile. And we said this over and over again, that the time is coming when you're not going to have these things. Right now they're telling you about a shortage, but soon you're not going to have it. Chaos. I mean, there's going to be hell out here. And what are you going to do? Think about it. When reality hits, right? You out here and shit is going down. Men don't get cycles. We don't get periods. Okay, but I'm dealing now here with women in that time. This is just going to be another added trouble for you. Okay? Because the chaos is going to make a lot of places and people unhygienic. And we know what that leads to. So you're going to have women walking around with infections, with diseases, with ailments, men as well. Okay, but say you out here, you're on the move constantly. You don't have a place to rest. You're hiding. You've been wearing the same clothes for damn near a week, going on 2 weeks. Barely had something to eat. You got little scraps here and there, you know. And I'm just throwing out a hypothetical scenario out here. But you have that going on, and all of a sudden you just start feeling some shit dripping down. Oh, now what? And it's just coming. It's not stopping. It's just coming. And boy, oh boy. So and now you what you look you're feeling disgusted. You're looking for something to hold it and whatever, and you trying to find a water. Ain't no water around. You trying to find a shower. Ain't no shower around. See why? I mean, this is just one example of just something that people are gonna have to deal with in that time. Okay, and this is why people in that time are gonna be seeking that refuge. Okay, which is only gonna come by the way of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, and through His men. You see, so in that time, you see, when you're able to, when you're with a man of the Lord, the Lord got your back, and He's providing you with these things. Isaiah 65 and 13 and 14 is going to be very, very rewarding when you don't have to deal with these kinds of problems because the Lord got your back. He might have you hauled up in a safe zone somewhere where you have access to the different things that you need and you have running water and all of that. He might have you he might have you say, hey, go up this route. You walk through like two trees and it's like a whole, like Narnia. Who knows? Okay, who knows? We don't know, but we know the Lord is gonna, protect us because He knows. See, the Lord knows. He designed, the body, so He knows what we need. He knows how we think, how we function. Okay, so He knows just how to deliver us out of all these situations. But the rest of the world, they're not gonna get that mercy because while it was being handed out over here, they didn't want it. They didn't regard it. They didn't think about these things. When they're out there committing adultery, doing all manner of wickedness, mocking the Lord, mocking the prophets, they weren't thinking about these times. They weren't thinking about these things. But when they're forced to and they're going through it, then they're going to be thinking, okay, well, what can I do? Can I have done something better? And it's just going to be too late for that at that point. All right. Let's see. Where was I? Slacky. I'm just trying to find where I was real quick. Okay, so let's see here. It says here, Procter and Gamble's chief financial officer on a recent earnings call, when Time asked Procter and Gamble, which owns the popular Tampax and Always brands, about the shortage, a company spokesman or spokesperson blamed increased demand linked to an ad campaign featuring the comedian Amy Schumer. All right, and then it goes on, so on and so forth. But ultimately, that's the main point of it. I'll leave the link in the description box. But I want to get a precept here. Isaiah 32 and 9, and this is one of those that's going to be coming up a lot more. Okay, because this message is very prevalent right now, and this message is what a lot of people are supposed to be taking heed to. Okay, Isaiah 32 and 9, rise up, ye women that are at ease. And even till now, you got women that are at ease. But now, some of them are starting to feel it. They starting to feel that, that independent woman shit ain't hitting no more. That shit is not hitting anymore. Because, see, when you term yourself as an independent woman, I'm a strong, independent woman, you know what that also comes with, right? That means you have to deal with your problems independently. Don't be an independent woman whenever you want to be. You want to sound good, tough, but then when you have problems, you want to be a dependent woman. No, the bills and no, this guy said this to me and this, and it's just so hard for me and it's so much and I don't know if I can handle it. Whoa. Independent. Don't take out the in now. Don't let the problems come. No, independent. So that all comes with it. You have to keep that in mind. When you you can't say I want to be like a man when it's easy, right? And say all the things I want to say, but when it comes to dealing with the whole responsibilities and everything else, no, I don't want to do that no more. That's not how it works. So a lot of women have put themselves in that position to where When the system was readily provided for them and given them a nice, good old time, it was easy. It was okay. It was all right. But now you're starting to see that system that supported you is crashing. That system that made you think you were independent, but really you were dependent on a system, is now crashing, and now you're realizing that you are dependent. Can't handle this by yourself. You may think you can, but there's gonna come. Even we look, ain't nobody can handle this by themselves. That's why we have Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, so it says, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, and the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease." Tremble. Why? Because of the things that are going to be befalling you in these times. "Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins." And sackcloth, when it's girded upon your loins, is a sign of mourning, of lamentation. So this is a warning to tell you to prepare for the times that are coming, because it's going to be so bad. Verse 12, "They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine." And, in the ancient world, of course, those were like the gathering, the where you get the food and all the good stuff. And this time, it comes in a form of different ways, the checks and the different assistance and, things that you're able to acquire that can help you and make your life easier and, your day-to-day expenses and all those good stuff. Well, they're not going to be coming anymore. Shortages, unavailability, chaos. You're not going to get access to these things that allow you to live comfortably. That's why it says, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease," because this is a system that caters to women. So you need to rise up, because you're going to realize that system is gone. And now what? Now what? Now you done made a whole lot of enemies and there ain't nobody left to help you. Okay, but anyway, I just wanted to bring that out. They're saying now that there's a tampon shortage. So, hey, the news just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. But as the scriptures say, we ought to watch as well as pray. So with that, I hope you were edified and informed. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Until next time, Shalom.